Alright guys, I want to talk to you about something today that I feel is very important, and it's been on my heart for the last couple of days, and I want to see if I can kind of articulate it to you. Let's dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back to this episode of Rolling with T-Bone, as we are rolling down the road on Miss Kitty, the beautiful Dinah. If you're new here, welcome in. My name's T-Bone. I shoot motorcycle related content and, well, any kind of content really. If you are new here, I ask that you take a couple of minutes after watching this episode, go check out a couple more of my episodes and make sure that I'm right for you, because I am not deluded enough to think that I am right for everyone. And if you think I'm right for you, maybe consider giving us a like and a subscribe. If you're old here, welcome back. You know what's going on. And welcome in to all our new subscribers. Thank you all for hitting the subscribe button and joining the Rolling with T-Bone family. Alright guys, as we roll out on Miss Kitty here, I'm not sure what today is going to bring for me, but like I said, I've had this on my mind for the last few days, and I don't want anyone to think I'm getting on the soapbox or that I'm mad, because I'm not, but I feel like the message is getting lost. So you saw the clickbait, you know why you're here. I want to talk to you guys not about Shade Tree Surgeon, not about the Shade Tree Army, not about motorcycle raffles. I want to talk to you about the kids of Forgotten Angels, because I feel like in the glitz of, you know, drawing raffle bikes and buying tickets and, you know, the camp out and all the fun and excitement with all that is great and it's exciting and it's important, but I feel like we're kind of getting away from what the message is, and that's the men, or the young men, who have aged out of the foster system. So I want to kind of just touch on this subject. If y'all will just hang with me a minute, I want to try to, like I said, I want to try to articulate this to where you can understand what my thought process is. You know, these kids have aged out of the foster care system. These kids, guys, they're in situations that are absolutely not their own doing. They're in situations that are completely out of their control. It's completely out of their hands. And through no fault of their own, they have ended up getting dealt a bad hand in life. You know, and kind of what I want this to circle back to is that the other night, Shade Tree Surgeon went live on his channel and announced the winners of the FXR and the Dinah. And me and Flip and the Blue Mule and Recycled Hooligan and all of the Shade Tree Army were sitting in the live chat, and we were watching them draw, and one comment got me. One comment, guys, it hit me hard, and it actually started bothering me. I'm not going to blast the comment. I'm not going to put the person on blast, because I can kind of understand, I guess, if I think about it hard enough. The comment simply said, only their friends win, meaning that somehow Josh and Shay only choose their friends to win these motorcycles. That's not the case. Not at all. No. It's a random calculator. It's a random drawing that the computer does. The computer picks the names that are put in from this time frame to this time frame. The computer randomly picks the names. But that comment hit me because I thought, well, aren't we all friends here? I mean, isn't that the entire purpose of being here at this live chat, supporting Forgotten Angels, trying to help these young men out? And that's when it kind of hit me that perhaps the message in all this has gotten lost a little bit. Not completely, but I read some of the other comments, and I want to say this, guys. I kind of know, I can kind of identify where some of these kids are coming from. I can't identify with everything they've gone through in their life, but I know what I went through in my life. My mother was brutally murdered when I was 12 years old. She left me behind, and she left my two younger brothers, which were only 3-year-old, behind. And she left us behind with a dad who turned to drugs and alcohol and just completely checked out on life. So at 12-year-old, I had to go to work on the weekends at a place called Mobile Metals, an old junkyard, and I would work there on the weekends and try to make a little money to do what needed to be done. So I understand being in a dark place, and I'm not talking about just a dark spot in your life. I'm talking about starting out in a damn Dracula black place where you don't see light, where you don't even know there is a word that exists called light. You know, did I need a counselor? Probably. Nobody in my family talked to me about it, and when I would just try to bring it up, and you know, if it wasn't a certain way, nobody would talk to me about it, so I just quit bringing it up. And I swallowed all of it, and I buried it deep down inside. So I could kind of imagine where these kids are coming from, because these kids are coming from a place of ulterior motives. Meaning, I'll help you, but what can you do for me? And of course, being a kid in the foster care system, they're a paycheck for a foster family. They're a paycheck. That's all they're there for. Is for somebody to collect a paycheck off of them each month. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Had to get a little go-go juice. And of course, I come to town when it's absolutely the busiest. One of these days, I'm gonna quit doing that to myself. Probably not, but it sounds good when I say it. But yeah, guys, ulterior motives. You know, like I was saying, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, jump up on the soapbox here, but kids coming from ulterior motives to having to figure out where to go in life. And here's the thing, guys. These kids have already taken the bravest first step they could have taken. And that was being willing to let David and Cindy help them. So you imagine in your mind coming from a place of everybody only wants what they can get from you to someone's not asking you for anything and they're offering you a hand. So now these young guys have, you know, taken that very first step into being braver. That takes more courage than anybody. You know, even brave people would have a hard time understanding the courage that it takes to be able to stop your thought process and trust someone. And that's kind of where these guys are at. And you know what? Coming from that black, dark, Dracula black place of no light, Dave and Cindy are offering them a foundation to stand on, if that makes sense. Now, you know, instead of being terrified of, oh crap, what's tomorrow going to bring for me? Now they can start slowly building excitement for, hey, what's tomorrow going to be like? You know, they can start looking forward to tomorrow, not worrying about whether they're going to starve to death or, you know, are they going to have a place to lay their head down. So then what happens is the resolve starts to build. And these young men start accepting things, and they start trying to help themselves out, and they're learning how to do things. And over time, you know, that resolve, you pepper in, you know, a little bit of anger to push it, a little bit of confusion to push it, and then all of a sudden you hit a different area. You hit that, you know what, I'm not a mistake here. It's not my fault that all this happened. I'm not a bad person, and I deserve to be able to live a happy life. And then these young men grab onto that ideal, and they hold on to that ideal with encouragement from Dave and Cindy and all of us who are helping them out by buying raffle tickets or just donating money. Then all of a sudden, 20 years from now, 25 years from now, they can be there and lay their hand on somebody's shoulder, a young man's shoulder, and say, hey, I know where you were. I know every thought you're having. I know every emotion that you're feeling. There's a better way. Let me show you. But that first step, guys, just being brave enough to accept someone's help and to not have that mental blockage in your mind that, oh my God, there's an ulterior motive. What are they going to want from me? What have I got to do to get this help? You know, that's a tortured mind right there, guys. And again, it has happened to them at no fault of their own. They didn't ask for mom and dad to not be able to take care of them, to lose them to the foster care system. They didn't ask to be in the foster care houses that they're put into. And I'm not saying all foster parents are bad, but by and large, you hear more bad horror stories than you do good stories. But once you're able to build that resolve in your mind that, yeah, hey, I was born into a bad situation, but you know what? Just because I was born in that bad situation doesn't mean I have to live my whole life in that bad situation. You know, that's what Cindy and David are offering them. It's a firm place to plant their feet so they can start planting their own seeds for the rest of their life. And the reason that comment got to me, because like I said, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but it just seemed like the message got forgotten a little bit. Is it cool to win a motorcycle? Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. But is your whole day ruined because you didn't win a motorcycle? If that is your thought process, that only their friends win, or, oh man, I didn't win, my phone didn't ring, then maybe you're giving that $25 for a wrong reason. You know, I'm broke. I'll say that. I don't have no qualm saying that. I don't have hardly 2 pennies to rub together. But you know what? My family's fed. My bills are paid. And yeah, I'm broke, but I'm riding down the road talking to you guys. I'm riding an absolute beautiful Harley Davidson. Be thankful for what you have, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to say off of that. You know, and you know, my old dad used to have a saying. He would say, I'll give somebody $20 just to see what kind of person they are. Not meaning give them $20 to see if they'll pay me back, but give them $20 to see what they will do with that $20. Will they use it to plant a seed, to grow, to help them? Or will they just drink it up or burn it up, you know? But again, like I said, I'm not trying to play holier than thou. I'm not trying to bring anybody down. I'm just trying to say, if the only thing you're taking away from this is you're mad because you didn't win a motorcycle, then you might need to reassess the situation and reevaluate why you're donating your money to Forgotten Angels. Yeah, is it disappointing to not win? Sure. But the overall is that you're helping to take care of these young men who have aged out of the foster care system. That's the message. That's really the only message. And it takes money to do that. And Dave and Cindy have, you know, through the help of Shade Tree Surgeon and the Shade Tree Army, us, has been able to help lay that foundation for these young men to say, I can come out of these circumstances and I can have that life that I want to have. I'm going to have to work for it. And I'm getting a late start on a lot of things. But guys, those young men are showing courage and bravery that you can't equate that to anything. And I know it just a little bit because I was lost when I was young. Sure, I dealt a shitty hand, absolutely. But you know, I was ready to give up, and then God put R1 in my path. I hit Regina wide open. She was there to stop me from destroying myself. God put her there. I believe that with all my heart. I've always said that, and I'll always say that because I always believe that. But yeah, I've been in that dark place. But after we got married, and then when she got pregnant with Cheyenne, I was like, you know what? This don't have to be my circumstances. Is it always going to be a good life? No. Is it always going to be easy? No. But you know what? I remember what it was like being back there. Just like those young men at Forgotten Angels will always remember that dark, scary place that they were in, of uncertainty, confusion, terrified. Now that they've gotten a leg up and they've gotten a firm foundation to stand on, who knows what their life will bring. Nothing but greatness, I hope. But anyway, guys, that's it. I just kind of wanted to do this video. We talked about everything, but I kind of just wanted to break it down and talk about the kids of Forgotten Angels, because that's what it's all about for me. So guys, y'all take care of yourselves and help somebody out if you can. I'm not saying to put yourself in trouble to help somebody else out. But guys, I'm going to drop this video right here. I'm going to drop it off right here because I feel like I said what I needed to say. Y'all remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to our new subscribers. Jump down in the comments, sound off. We got a good group hanging around. Recycle Hooligan, Flipping the Blue Mule, Neil M, all these folks who come in. And guys, until the next time, I'm T-Bone. This is Rolling with T-Bone. Y'all take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And hey, thanks for watching.